The very first drawing you make is the keyframe. Here are the three fundamentals of animation: timing and spacing, mechanics, and storytelling. Now, when animating from imagination or straight ahead animation, we follow the fundamentals in order. We do the in-between straight away, getting our timing and spacing. Then we might ground it in mechanics, squash and stretch, adding some, extremes and breakdowns as we go. And doing both of those things will give us the story at the end. But it's the opposite when you're animating from observation. That's what we're going to be doing today, or pose to pose. Instead of going forward across the spectrum of fundamentals, going backwards. So we start with the story. Animators have designed types of drawings that will give us story, mechanics, and timing and spacing. So today we're going to be using the XPPen Artist Ultra 16. It is touchscreen, and that makes all the difference. Now we can really navigate the canvas any way we really want to without having too many extra keyboard inputs. So I haven't warmed up today. Let's warm up now. For a walk, you only have two keyframes. That's the contact pose when the foot strikes the ground, and the other contact pose, the opposite one. Those are really the only two things needed to communicate to the audience that there's a walk. So that's what we're going to start with. Line it up where, okay, there we go. Get that force line of that. So that's our basic gesture of the walk. You definitely want to get that straight force line of the front foot coming up and that swooping curve. Let's finish this off with just some recognizing that we have some planes coming in here, some twisting of the form. So both the rib cage and the pelvis are tilted toward us. So let's make that nice, like that. Nice plane shift right there. Okay. And then like this, maybe going down like that. Put those planes in there. All right, now we have the opposite pose, so we can go ahead and go on the timeline and skip to frame 2. Oh, we'll skip to frame 3, just so to make the other frames easier. Put on my onion skin, mark the top and bottom of my last pose. Then I'm going to draw that straight line in I didn't draw before. It's really nice to have that. Keep your pose nice and balanced. I don't think I need it. Just a little marker where the torso started and where the trunk started and ended. And I think that's pretty much all we need. Yeah. This is going back now. Head can be tilted slightly like that. This is coming towards, this is going away. All right. So now that these are keyframes 1, we can label them. So I'm just going to go A, and then this will be B. And just circle them to notify that they're keyframes. Keyframes get circled, okay? Those are the keys. So each type of chord drawing will have its own shorthand. So keys are usually circled. Maybe if it's in extremes, I like to put the pow effect around it to show that it's an extreme. Breakdowns, I like to double underline. In-betweens are just the base mark, okay? Okay, so steadily working backwards through the spectrum of those fundamentals. We're gonna go from, so we started with story, right? Now we're gonna go to mechanics. We're gonna go on to the extremes next, and I like to base my extremes based on squash and stretch. That's what I like to do, okay? So I'm going to go to frame 2, hit new animation cell. If you don't know how to animate in Clip Studio Paint, check out this video here. Tension and compression. So that's going to be this down pose, they call it. The down, where that's when the toes hit the ground and the character is really putting their weight like this. Definitely get that force again, that step. You want to think about where the force is coming from. It's going to be flat this time. So you kind of feel this sort of rhythm going on. Very feminine style walk. This is the down pose. We're going to exaggerate it. Boom. All right, so everything's going to be fist down. I'm going to go further back. And this one's going to come further forward, so up a little bit. Everything same as before, just a little bit more exaggerated this time. Gotta remember to put this down. I kept the torso in the same place because that's what happens when you have your onion skin on. You definitely want to turn that off when making your core drawings, because it can really ruin your artwork. if you're not careful. Much better. Really exaggerating that. Exaggerated, okay? Now up. The drawing experience on this XPPen tablet is excellent. A lot smoother than usual. I hope in the next iteration they can preserve the, what's it called, X-paper feel while putting on the touch screen. We got the down, and now we're gonna get the up pose. It's the squash, all right? Now we're gonna get the stretch before we land on the B keyframe. So let's drag this. I'm gonna show you how to do this. I realize I'm going too fast. Okay, so this is my keyframe. I'm gonna click and drag this over here. That's the B keyframe, okay? So we're gonna add another frame right here. Just putting it all on ones for now so we can time it later. So let's find the place where she got the passing position. Ooh, I forgot that one. That wasn't good. So I'm gonna go without it for now. Call me a maverick, but I'm gonna go right for that up position. This is gonna be the highest position, okay? So almost like the legs are parallel here. Yeah. Exaggerate that the foot's going backwards, you know. Just a little bit higher than the original one. Now we have, these are the extremes, okay? So we have the down, down. This is the A extreme. POW effects to make it look extreme. Down, and then A extreme 2. A2. This is up, right? So we have this squash, 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 and stretch. Squash and stretch. See that? That grounds it in reality, starting with those mechanics, okay? We're not done yet. We still have to get the extremes for the other step as well. So let's start with this one. Another frame here. And a force line that starts like this kind of goes more to the side, gets a little bit more intense on the down pose. I just noticed that. Now for the up pose, so now you see we're getting that walk position. We're starting to really see it all come together as something believable and real, and that's what extremes do. They really ground the animation in reality. You see how nice and light this walk looks? It already looks very grounded in reality, and that's just keys and extremes. Can you believe that? You know, an animator can go in here and really express himself well with the breakdowns and in-betweens. Either way, I had a lot of fun making this video. I do have to call it quits now. If you need help in understanding any of these concepts that you found in this video, book me for a tutoring session with the link down in the description. Special thanks to XPPen for sponsoring this video. Check out the Artist Ultra 16 pen display tablet with the link in the description below. Has a 4K panel, touchscreen functionality, sleek design, 16,000 levels of pen pressure. I really enjoyed using it today. Touchscreens really make all the difference. I hope they keep going this direction with their new 24-inch model. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.